I'm 82 years old. I worked hard. I built a career. I provided for my family. From the outside, it looked like I had everything. But life has a quick way of teaching you what really matters. It took me an entire lifetime to say that honestly. Success gave me respect. It gave me recognition. It gave me a solid house to live in. But that same success slowly took the voices out of that house. And I didn't even notice. Now, at this age, when nights feel longer and the days feel shorter, I can't run from the truth anymore. I sit alone, and the loudest thing in this house is the silence. I spent most of my life working. At the time, it felt right, necessary. I was young. I had dreams. I had responsibilities. My wife and I lived in a small apartment. We could hear the neighbors through the walls. The heater barely worked in winter. I promised myself that one day I would give her a better life. When my son was born, I held him in my arms and said, "You will never have to worry about money." I meant it, but I was only half right. I stayed late at the office, took extra shifts, grabbed every opportunity to prove myself. I believed I was sacrificing for my family. One evening, my daughter had a school recital. She stood on stage in a blue dress. I promised I would be there. That same day, an important meeting came up. I thought, just this once. I'll make it up next time. When I got home, she was still awake. The dress was wrinkled now. She smiled and said, "It's okay, Dad. I've seen you before anyway." That sentence has stayed with me all these years. I had seen her, but she wanted to see me. That's how it happened. Small moments I treated as minor. Birthdays, Sunday afternoons, meaningless little conversations. I assumed they would always be there later. But later is a quiet lie. It keeps moving away from you. By my 40s, I was successful. People knew my name. At home, the children were growing up. My wife spoke less. We didn't argue. We just spoke less. We were both tired, but from different things. I never realized that silence can also be damage. As long as everything looked fine, I believed it was fine. Then the children left home. The house was clean, organized, and painfully quiet. I told my wife, "Now we finally have time." She gave a small smile. But time wasn't what it used to be. We would sit together, but like two guests. I realized one day that I couldn't say for sure what her favorite color was. After so many years together, we had forgotten how to look inside each other. Then she got sick. Slowly, like a light fading. In the hospital room, for the first time, I was fully present. Phone off. No meetings. No rush. I thought, now I'm here. Now everything will be okay. But time does not turn around. One night, she looked at me and said, "You were always busy." There was no anger in her voice, just truth. I wanted to explain. To say I did everything for us. But that moment wasn't about explanation. It was about acceptance. After she passed, the house became just a structure. The chair is still there. The walls are the same. Only the voices are gone. The children visit with their own kids. They are kind. They respect me. But I am not the center of their world. And I shouldn't be. And sometimes I sit and try to remember ordinary evenings from their childhood. But I remember office numbers more clearly than their laughter. That is the real loss. I did not protect the memories that mattered most. I'm not saying work was wrong. Hard work is necessary. Responsibility matters. But I made one mistake. I believed love would always wait. Love waits, but not forever. If you're listening to me, I'm not giving you orders. I'm simply placing my experience in front of you. One day, you may also sit in a quiet room. The things you own will not speak to you. People will, or they won't. I'm 82 years old. I don't have many years left. Now I understand that success is what the world remembers. Family is who remembers you. And when everything finally grows quiet, the most valuable thing in your life will be what you made time for, or what you didn't.